what I do on the team. So outreach-wise, I've helped a lot with our Boys and Girls Club program and starting that, and then also we recently been creating curriculum for that, and then I'm also the team captain this year.
And I mostly do mechanical stuff on the team. I'm the mechanical lead, and I also mentor the web FLL and FTC teams.
So just a general overview of like what outreach is in first. It's basically just reaching out to any program, any like people who wouldn't necessarily normally be involved in either STEM or FIRST in general, and just try to like show them what it is and bring them into that and try to get them involved.
Yeah, these outreach programs could be within our team, like mentoring the FLL teams, could be mentoring the FTC teams, kind of like in our school as well with that. Could be in other FIRST programs, like FLL and FTC. Could be within our community, like the Boys and Girls Club that Emily helps with. Could be through social media. So we do a lot of ours through social media. We post YouTube shorts, YouTube videos, Instagram reels, all sorts of stuff. And that's a big way where we really just kind of like broaden for that. And then local and state, national government, and then other parts of the world.
So you want to start with like why. Like why do you want to reach out to these teams? Or these different groups of people to try to get them involved, and kind of tailor what audience you want to like what you're doing with them. So if you're working with little kids, you're gonna need some like more basic introductory stuff. But if you're like going off to like we went to a gala the other week and showed off our robot. So if you're gonna do that, obviously your crowd is a little older and you don't necessarily need to be talking to them like you would a first grader, for example.
Yeah, an example of these outreach goals, so within everything in the team, you want to have a goal. Like, what are you aiming to do? What are you striving to accomplish? And with outreach, it is the exact same. So we try to make goals, like what can these goals be? So we can have like building awareness with STEM, robotics, developing an interest. So you could recruit people, different parts of the team to kind of like broaden the STEM community and the FIRST community. It could be encouraging participation with recruitment, gathering support. So you could recruit people that are older, so coaches, mentors. Get people that may not be as likely to be involved, you can bring them in and kind of broaden that whole community. You can instill pride in your community, like showcase your robot, just kind of like show what you've achieved, and and then provide support.
So the best outreach activities, as it says up there, are meaningful to team members. So you kind of want to tailor that to what your team is interested in. So one year we had a lot of kids who really liked First or Second Harvest and working with them. So we organized several like outreach events to like go as a team and volunteer for like packing food and stuff for Second Harvest. So that's team bonding as well, and you're also going out there and like showing your support for the community. We've done stuff like within Web, like we built those hands, like where you don't have to touch the top of the hand sanitizer during COVID. And then we also made the mask guard things and donated those to hospitals, and then also like reaching out to those younger kids in elementary schools, which is that last picture. And that's really important too, in like building that and making them want to be involved.
Yeah, so building awareness, robot demonstrations, like we said, we go to different places. Like Emily said, we went to a gala not too long ago and showcased our robot. And then we also like to do this in our lower school. So Webb has all three parts of its school all on the same property. So it makes it really easy for us to just go down to like the younger students. Sometimes it's their science classes, sometimes it's during like their lunch break. And we can just kind of show them our robot, show what we're doing, kind of build awareness for STEM and robotics. This could be through in person, using social media.
So starting that pipeline early has been really critical. I know we've both grown up through it. I did FLL, then FTC, Colby did FLL. And getting them involved in that early and young, getting them interested is really beneficial to see them. They already have a lot of those skills that they need then, like the critical thinking and just solving problems when they get to FRC is great. So that's really good. And then even going outside of, just the kids you're looking to recruit. So going to like the library festivals or going to other schools. We went to a different schools, an elementary school STEM night earlier this year. And just basic like little activities like those VEX 1, 2, 3 robots have been really great for that. And then showing off the FTC robot has also been good because that's just an easy way for, it's much less expensive than FRC, and it's a good way to get people involved and maybe interested in starting a program.
Yeah, so encouraging participation, like I was saying earlier with recruiting people, we like to target anybody. So not people that are just interested in robots or like outreach in general, but we recruit anybody. If you have something you like doing, we can make it work. We can make it part of our team. So we recruit people that are interested in art, design, outreach, technical, anything. And that's just a great way for us to broaden that community, like I was saying earlier, just much easier. We use alumni data to promote the benefits of FIRST, so a lot of our alumni graduate and they kind of go on. Some of them mentor our team, some of them, yeah, and then a lot of them, they graduate and they go into STEM careers, and that's just a great way for us to show how our impact. We partner with STEM teams or clubs at our school. So not too long ago in that third picture with the wooden squares, we partnered with our mindfulness club at Webb, and we made little Zen sand gardens. And that was just a great way to get people that maybe we're not too interested in STEM and robotics originally, but kind of show them that it's fun.
And then our annual Gingerbread competition is always a fun one as well. So like that's just like fun. Everyone likes to do it. And then those get tested on like an earthquake tester, and they were so good this year that they ended up getting blown by a leaf blower. It was the whole thing this year. But just to see like a fun little competition, but it also shows them that we're out here and we'll take anyone. We're always open for joining. So yeah. So and then a lot of things you can do is just like practicing that elevator pitch to like get people involved in robotics. A lot of times they're like, what is that? What do you do? And you have to, go through the whole like explaining what exactly FIRST is and what we do every year, like the game reveal and how it's different each year. So just having that like ready and available to go and get those people in, whether that's just sponsors or to other kids, it's great to have. And then connecting with other teams, like we're doing here, and just being involved in your local community as well. There's also a lot of like government programs like those two that are listed there, where we talked to, in that first picture on the left, one year we talked to like government officials to like try to advocate for STEM in like STEM fields and teaching STEM in school as well, just to show them we are out here and this is kind of what we do.
And another thing we do is like our student showcase. So we celebrate our team. Like on that third picture, we went to a news station and we showed off our robot on TV. That's just a great way. And then like our fourth picture there, we were on like a live event, but it was with like teams in Israel. It was in like a big thing. And we do our
YouTube channel.
Yeah, our YouTube channel. And then this past year, we were with the Open Alliance and we did like a big OA. You want to explain that because you were on that?
Yeah. So Open Alliance does a big they do a show like every week. It's they have a couple teams on just showing their like build progress and kind of what they're doing. So that one right there is about like our prototyping, and that's where our robot was. They were all named after SpongeBob characters last year. So that's where that came from too. But it's really great to also interact with those other teams through Open Alliance and just show off what you're doing. And also, I know a lot of our team members are on there a lot talking to other teams, so then we get to the competitions and they're all friends, they all know each other already. But so YouTube also here, this is one of the things that our school did, showing off a lot of of what we were doing. So it's a great way to show through Instagram, YouTube. We have a recently made TikTok account. Those are all great ways to kind of show what you're doing, as well as going out to those like STEAM festivals and that type of thing, showing off what you're doing.
And team support, gathering support for our team and like other teams in the area. Yeah, there's a big need for it. So we assist FLL teams. I personally mentor the 3 Webb FLL teams, and I also mentored a little bit this year the Webb FTC team, just kind of helping them come up with like designs and stuff. And a big thing, FTC is popular in East Tennessee. There's not a lot of it's kind of like a small program compared to FLL and FRC because it's like that bridging program, and not too many people join into it. But we like to encourage people to join in that, kind of join in all the programs at Webb. And you shouldn't limit yourself. Remote assistance to other teams as well. We went on a live call with a team in Ghana, and we helped them with FLL stuff.
So with that FTC, I think our region is not great about supporting them. So that's something we've recently been trying to do more, is supporting those teams. There's not too too many around here, but I know a lot of middle schools have tried to start them up, and it hasn't worked out at a lot of those places for a lot of different reasons. But so one of those things we did this year was we hosted a scrimmage for them to practice before they went to their competitions. We've done that for the past 2 or 3 years. So that's just been a really great way to do that. And again, you're building that STEM pipeline and getting them eventually into this as well. So document everything has been really helpful for us because it's been the main way we've gotten data. So last year we knew exactly how many community service hours we had done in total. I think it was something around 400, maybe 500, not quite positive, but and then we also had 100% team participation last year in an outreach event. But you know, you have to keep data and keep track of that in order to know that, and those like elements of data become really helpful when writing those impact essays or talking to judges. And so that's just something that we hadn't been doing much in the past, and then doing that helped us a lot. And even like surveying your like seniors as they're leaving, like to know what they got out of this and what they think can be done better, is also really helpful for improving the program.
How did First Lego League? So I mentor First Lego League teams now. This is my 3rd year doing it, and I did FLL for 5 years, and I learned a very large amount. So it's pretty straightforward for FLL. You have your robot game, your core values, and your project. And your project is like how you affect the community. It's almost like an invention, but it's like a science fair project, and it's themed each year. We have your core values where you learn like building blocks to working with a team, cooperation, how to work with other teams, how to work within your team, leadership skills, and then your robot game, and that right there is like a building block to FRC and FTC. And FLL and FTC is like Emily was saying, it's like a pipeline. So you want to build that pipeline starting from they're younger to when they're older. For me, I started when I was in FLL, and now it was a great way for me to kind of come through to where I'm at now. And my mentors then helped me become like to where I'm at now. So mentoring FLL teams now at my age, it helps like bring those students through like that pipeline, that whole thing.
Yeah, so you don't need to be FLL or FTC alumni to be able to assist and help them. Pretty much anything that we use and know in FRC can be really helpful there. You can see elements from like past games from FRC kind of sometimes in there. And honestly, sometimes just the basic keeping them focused and on track is also very helpful as someone who's been there before. But another thing that's really good is to start your own STEM programs. Like this has been one of our biggest outreach events recently. So we started doing the Boys and Girls Club and starting this STEM program. So we've made STEM kits and a whole curriculum now this year to go along with that. So we go, and a lot of them are Lego based, and you know, just like teaching about levers or gears or something like that, getting them interested. Or X123 robots have been very popular there as well. But it's amazing to see some of these kids like faces like light up when they like figure it out. But so that's something really crucial too, is to go outside of your community and start those as well. So if anyone would like that curriculum, we have that QR code up there for that. Right, does anyone have any questions?
Let me go back to the QR code.
Yeah, awesome. Then that is all we have. Thank you so much.